From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the real zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
Good morning, and welcome to another nutrition edition of the conversation featuring the lovely coach, Catherine Gettu from France. Good morning from the States. Good afternoon to France. We're talking about, it's a personal thing this morning. Catherine asked me to speak on my NDE experiences, and I agreed. So let's get Catherine in here. We'll get it going here. This morning, this wonderful morning, and this great afternoon over in France. Let's bring Catherine. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, good morning.
Good afternoon to you. How are you today?
Beautiful.
Good.
And
Good.
good morning to everyone, and afternoon to those who are listening from this hemisphere.
Good stuff. We're talking about NDE experiences. For those who don't know what NDE is, it's near-death experiences. Catherine and I were speaking. She called me maybe a couple of weeks ago, right? And she asked me to talk about it. So we'll let her go ahead and take control as she normally does here on these wonderful Thursdays. So take it away, Catherine.
Thank you. And this has nothing to do with nutrition. People will be wondering, what is the relationship here? But I got curious because I am in my journey where I am spiritually getting involved. I mean, kind of spiritual awakening and getting more and more information that is coming from the people who have gone to the other side. And it hit me that we have talked, and you have said several times that you have had your condition. It's the result of NDE. And so I wanted to, because I have been listening to people, and now that I know you, I wanted to hear from you, because I don't think you have ever expressed yourself on the subject.
No, I haven't.
And yeah, so let's get too personal, maybe. I don't know.
It's okay.
But I have some few questions. You don't have any clue what these questions are about. So if I get to shock you, it's all right. If you know. So just you be free, and we're open.
Okay.
I'm open to learn. I'm not here to judge anything. I just want to learn more because I am so much interested to learn about this. So You already said what NDE is near-death experience. So how does it happen?
Actually is. How does it happen? That's an interesting question. How does it happen? When it happens, you don't know what's going on. You're a bit confused. But my personal experience, once I reached that place, it was a place of, you automatically feel peace. You automatically feel safe. You automatically feel, you know that you're out of your body at this point.
You know it.
Yeah, you know it. It's evident. It's completely evident. Like for me, the first time, because this happened to me twice. The first time I was at a book signing over in Atlanta, Georgia. I felt icky, and I'm thinking it was just a cold, or because it was like in the fall, and I'm thinking it was flu season and all this other stuff. But after dinner, I went to dinner with my best friend and his family after the event. the book signing event. Went back to his place. And in the middle of the night, I woke up and I was panicking. But I was actually on the other side at this point. And everything that my best friend told me took place. I didn't remember that. All I remember was the experience I had. All I remember was the experience I had. And all I felt was I didn't see anything. Let's just say that I was in the pure darkness at this point. I didn't see anything, but I felt something. I felt this energy that I knew was way bigger than myself or anything I've ever experienced. It was an energy. And I started speaking to this energy. And I was like, this is not what we planned. This is not what we planned. What are you doing? What are you doing? What about my mother? What about my brother? What about my daughters? This is not what we planned. Never spoke to me, never said anything back to me or anything. Next thing I know, my best friend's behind me, giving me the hand because he thinks that I'm choking on something. But I wasn't choking on anything because I wasn't eating anything. I was asleep. And after that, I was on tour at that point. So I was on book signing tour. So I was headed to Chicago. But my best friend convinced me to go back home because I was ill. But I didn't feel ill. So once I got home, they took me to the emergency room the moment I got home. And I was traveling on a bus at that point. And get to the hospital. Come to find out, my lungs was collapsed. Both lungs collapsed.
Wow.
So the doctor asked me, said, how long have you been like this? I said, well, the bus ride was like maybe 6-7 hours to get back, to Louisiana. And I said, 7 hours. He said, that's impossible. I said, I literally got here. I traveled by bus, and I was taken to the hospital. After I got home, I couldn't lay down. Not knowing that my lungs were collapsed, I couldn't lay down. I felt like it was a weight on my chest. And someone took me to the hospital, and I was fine the whole time. But, apparently to the doctors, they said the lungs were collapsed. But I was on those lungs for all that time before even reaching Louisiana. But I had no pain. I was still breathing. It was kind of difficult to breathe, but I was still breathing. So.
And you did nothing about it. Like you didn't speak to anyone about it.
I'm sorry.
Did you speak to anyone about it after, like the experience?
The first experience when I was speaking, I used to speak before abroad and across the country. I spoke maybe once on my broadcast.
Okay.
But it wasn't a lot because after that I took a break and what have you, but I never really spoke to anyone about it. Not like that, no. But that time, the first time it happened, it was almost like I was walking along a boardwalk.
Meaning?
Like, like a boardwalk to like a beach.
Okay.
Or a lake or something like that. But it was like a boardwalk. And to my right side was these beautiful flowers, like not of this world. These colors were totally different. Nothing like we've ever seen.
You're talking about the second experience?
I'm talking about the first one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm walking with this energy. I didn't see whatever it was, but
Mm.
it was an energy, but I could feel it. I could really, really, really feel it. So before the boardwalk, I was in this, it felt like a, have you ever seen a tube? Like if you go into a bank and you place your thing
Oh,
into the slot.
where
You
they
know what I'm
place
talking
the
about?
money to, yeah, where they,
Correct.
yeah,
It was that type of tube. It was a huge tube and I'm sliding. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but
Are you happy or you're scared?
I wasn't afraid.
Oh.
That's again, it's not, you're not afraid because wherever you are, it's very peaceful and calming.
Hmm.
Very peaceful and calming. So I'm just looking around and trying to figure out what's going on. But these flowers was always to the right of me and very colorful. I never even recognize, I don't recognize the colors, but they're very beautiful. Very beautiful. So I could see this light, but I didn't go toward the light. I didn't go toward the light. I had a
Okay.
choice. When I'm asking him about the energy about it, hey, what about my kids? What about my mother? What about my family? Well, I mean, this is not what we discussed. We did not discuss this. It's almost like the energy was giving me a choice. The light
Mhm.
was there. I could have walked to the light, but I
Mhm.
didn't. I
Okay.
decided
To go back.
to go back. But the energy never spoke to me, never said one word.
What about the second experience?
The second experience, that's quite interesting. So I'm in a rehabilitation center after the bleed on the brain and I'm paralyzed and what have you. And I was in excruciating pain. I lost my sight on the left side and whatnot. So I'm laying in bed in pain. And I just yelled out, I said, God, please, please do not leave me. Please don't leave me. And I'm pleading and I'm crying. Please don't leave me. Please. So I'm laying there and out of nowhere, my mother appears.
She has
But
disease already.
yeah, yeah. My mother appears and she's dressed in all white and she had wings. It was like angelic. And she's floating. It's almost like she was floating over me. And she picked me up and she embraced me and pulled me into her bosom. And that's when this energy started speaking to me. And this energy said, Trini, what are you talking about? I never left you. I've always loved you like I love David.
David is your brother?
No, David, like David
Oh,
from the Bible.
Okay.
He says, Trini, and he called me by my government name, Trini. What are you talking about? I've always loved you like I love David. I've never left you. I've always been here. And he started giving me instruction on what to do next. He started giving me instruction on, he says, after you're done, you're going to start shooting video. You're going to start documenting your experiences. So I'm sitting there. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I'm just listening at this point. He says, you're going to have to start documenting your experiences and people need to know who I am and the things that I could do. But I realized that what he was saying was the things he could do through me. But so I followed the instructions. I started documenting and still to this day, I still document. But let's back it up a little bit. So that all this taking place while I'm still in bed.
In your house?
No, I'm at the rehabilitation center.
Okay. So,
So 7:00 came. 7:00 came and they came to dress me and take me to the gym to work out. So the gym was down the hall from my room at the rehabilitation center. Let me set this up for you for a second here. The rehabilitation center is almost like an apartment complex, but it's a rehabilitation center for for people with a different ability. So you have a staff and they're working on you, and speech therapy, physical and occupational therapy, all that stuff. But it's like a residence.
Okay.
So I get dressed. Boy, they dress me. I couldn't dress myself. They dress me, they feed me, and they place me in front of my window. I had a beautiful view. Placed me in front of my window. And during my experience, the energy told me to write some things down. Now,
But you can write.
My right side, I could.
Okay.
So I jotted some things down, and I'm sitting there and what have you. And the next thing I remember, I said I was blind on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
So after I finished, writing and eating some breakfast, Jenny came back to get me to go to the gym, which was down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
So she came in, she wheeled me down to the gym, and we're playing beach volleyball. Now, all this time, I couldn't play beach volleyball because I couldn't see to my left. So if another patient's hitting the ball, it would always knock me against the head because I didn't see it coming. So during beach volleyball this time, the guy hit the ball. First time it hit me. Then they picked it up and they threw it back. The guy did it again. And I saw the ball coming. And I spiked it. And I said, I'm going to get your ass now. And he starts laughing. He said, you can't see that ball. I said, yeah, I can see now. My sight had came back to me just like that, right after my encounter.
Okay, let's go back to
Go ahead.
the room between when you're not consciously in the body, I could say, as the near death. So far, what I am understanding from you is you had your near death experience after the injury, like after the accident.
It was
Well,
after,
I hear a lot of people. Well, I have read a lot of people. It happens during the incident.
when I hit the floor, I was at the friend's home when this happened to me in the middle of the night. And the only thing that I could see from that experience was when I fell, I could see my body on the ground.
Okay.
So I'm hovering above my body. I can see my left side wasn't working, wasn't moving. I can see everything. Like it's almost like a overhead camera.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't feel anything.
Okay.
I couldn't feel anything. And when I went to the emergency room, I don't remember any of that. I don't remember any of that at all.
Okay.
When
So
I started getting some type, coming to and had some kind of consciousness was when I was at the rehabilitation center. I don't remember the emergency room. My family and friends said that I was at the other hospital a long time. I don't remember any of that.
okay. So you didn't see anyone apart from your mom?
That's the only person I saw, my mother.
Okay.
Oh, and Greg, remember, Greg passed 2 months and 10 days before my mother. And then
Who is
after my
Greg?
mother passed, it was sick, my brother.
Okay.
So Greg passed 2 months and 10 days before my mother passed.
Okay.
And after my mother passed, 6 months later, this happened to me.
And you didn't see your brother? Okay, you said you just saw your mom.
I saw my brother. He came into my room at the rehabilitation center, but he never said anything. He just sat on the foot of my bed. He didn't say anything to me.
Okay.
It was almost like he was just visiting me.
The same time as your mom?
It wasn't in the same time frame. It wasn't in the same time frame. No.
Okay. Okay. So what would you then say, explain your experience, because what I'm hearing compared to many other people that I've had is you're going in and out, like people come like, I had this was all that happened. They give the sceneries of everything that happened that moment. While I'm hearing from you, it's you have patches of here and there, like you have the energy talking to you some years before, then now you're
The energy never spoke to me until the second
ah
experience. He was
okay.
just there with me the first
Okay.
time.
The first time the energy you can feel the energy, but it's not talking.
Correct.
The second one, first you're asking for help, and then the energy talks
Yeah.
to you like, I've never been here, but your mother
Yeah.
appears another time or the same time
No,
you
no,
have
no.
been.
My mother appeared before the energy started speaking and saying that he never left me.
Okay.
She
And your
appeared
brother
first.
appears. Okay.
At some point during that time, my brother appeared, but
Okay.
he was just almost like he was just visiting me because he
Okay.
just sat on the foot of the bed. Never said anything. He's, tidying up in the room, but he never said anything. He never spoke to me, never said a word.
Before your mom or after your mom?
This was after.
The same duration?
Yeah, but not in the same time frame at that time. Like
Okay.
when everything was, like when my mother and the energy was there, no one was there with me.
Okay.
But later on, Greg appeared. So I mean,
Okay.
my experience was a whole just different situation. I only saw that light that everybody talks about
Mm-hmm.
was in my first experience. The second experience, I had instructions. I was exchanging, talking to this energy, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. And at that point, I feel and I believe something was injected into me because I became a completely different person.
In what terms?
I felt no pain. Um, I automatically felt elevation. I knew I was going to be okay. And he did give me a glimpse of the outcome. He did give me a glimpse of the outcome. And when he was speaking to me,
Why are you saying he?
it's just figuratively. I'm
Okay.
just, yeah. But
Okay.
he asked me to, once I get out of the rehabilitation center, I needed to call Tammy.
Who is
Tammy
okay?
was a person. Tammy was a person. I used to speak at her events every other month over in Memphis, Tennessee. She would have these events where I go out and be the keynote speaker. And he just kept saying, you need to contact Tammy. Tammy's going to know what to do. And Tammy used to be a broadcaster like me on a different network. I was like, okay, well, I guess I got to call Tammy when I get out of rehabilitation center. So once I got all the instructions on calling Tammy and recording and, all this stuff, I started recording. And once I finally got out of rehabilitation center, I called Tammy. And Tammy had me take an assessment because she had been looking for me, but no one knew where I was. No one knew I was in a rehabilitation center. My family didn't speak to anybody. No one knew what had happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get it.
So I started doing this life assessment test with Tammy once I called her and I told her what happened. She convinced me to start broadcasting again. I'm still paralyzed at this point. I said, I can't do this. And at this point, I was still slightly superficial. I said, I can't do this. People are going to know that I'm paralyzed. I can't do this. She was like, you're going to do it. And so I'm on a video conference call with her. I'm in a wheelchair. She says, you're going to do it. I said, I'm not going to do it. So she says, what I need you to do something for me. I said, what? She said, can you read the Four Horsemen book? I said, why would I read something I wrote? I'm not doing it. And she hangs up on me. But before she hung up on me, she says, well, I'm not helping you until you read the Four Horsemen book. Click. And she just hung up.
Did you tell her about the voice? They had
I'm
asked you
sorry.
to call her?
I told her everything. I told her
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
And she
And
hung
how
up
did
on me.
how did she react when she heard that you had a message for her?
It's almost like she knew.
Oh.
It's almost like she knew that I was going to be calling her.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say it, but it's the way she was carrying on, like she knew I was going to be calling her. And she just followed my instructions, but she hung up on me. And I'm like, so I read the book. Then I called her back. She said, did you read the book? I said, yes. And then she started telling me what we had to do. So she started teaching me again on how to broadcast, and because I had forgot everything, because I had some memory loss. I still struggle with memory loss today, but it's not as bad as it was before. And she started teaching me how to, do everything, broadcasting again. And here I am. But from the conversation I had with the energy, I wasn't supposed to stop public speaking, which I did. Right in the middle of my career, I stopped speaking and I went and opened up a bar and grill.
Why did you stop?
I opened another business, a bar and grill.
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to do that.
So you
And
think like the energy was calling you back to your initial broadcasting?
Correct. Because I wasn't supposed to be there. And I always felt like I was supposed to be there, but I was chasing the money. I wasn't supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to do that. So this gift that he had given me, this energy had given me, I believe, not personal experience, that the energy gave me was the gift of speaking. I've had this since I was a child. I've been public speaking since I was like 7 or 8 years old. Like I could always speak. This is not something that was taught to me. I could do it.
Okay.
I could do it. And I started speaking as a child. My stepmother was a Jehovah's Witness, and I used to speak at those events at that age, 7, 8 years old, in front of an audience. I've been doing that. And I was never trained to do that. It was always in me. I've always been a writer. I'm not a trained writer, but I've written and published books throughout my years. And I knew it was a gift that was given to me at birth, but I wasn't supposed to do that. Later on, I come to understand that he placed me in a wheelchair to walk again.
Because now you can walk. You walk without a wheelchair, right?
Yeah, but get what I'm saying. I was placed in a wheelchair to really walk again, really walk, meaning to walk in my purpose. And here I am. But all the instructions, he was very clear. The energy was very clear on what I needed to do. I saw the outcome. I saw everything. And
what do you mean you saw the outcome?
The outcome of everything that's taking place now.
Like you're living your deja vu. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Deja vu, for those who don't know, it's like you have already seen the event for her, and you're living.
Yeah, I seen the outcome. I knew that I was going to be okay. The pain went away. I was still paralyzed. I got my sight back, but everything, once I had that experience with that energy, something in me turned on. Both times, to be honest with you, both times.
Okay.
And what looks like a cakewalk to you guys, my apologies, what looks like a cakewalk to you guys, it's not me. Everybody tells me that, oh, you haven't had a stroke, you didn't have a bleed on the brain. I'm like, yes, I have. Yes, I have. But
Yeah.
people, everything became easy.
Okay.
Everything became effortless. Everything. Even up until this experience with podcasting with you, I knew all this stuff was going to take place. Now, let me back you up. We're going to go back to the first near-death experience, right?
Mhm.
Right before that incident, I'm at this book signing. This older lady walks up to me. I had never met this lady before in my life. She says, "Hi, Trent. Can I speak with you for a second?" I said, "Sure." So I stepped to the side. We talking and we're speaking. And she was like, "I love your work, your literary work and all this other stuff." And she says, "You have a gift." I said, "Okay, I really appreciate that, ma'am. Thank you." And she says, "God told me to tell you." She said it just like that. She says, "God told me to tell you He's preparing you to speak in front of millions of people."
Wow.
I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes. So get ready." She said, "You're going to speak. God told me to tell you, you're going to speak in front of millions of people."
And you don't know this woman?
I didn't know this woman from a can of paint. I did not know her. We spoke afterward, but I didn't know her. At that point, she just walked up to me.
Okay. Okay.
She just walked up to me. But what are we doing right now?
You're talking to a million people.
We're broadcasting in 175 different countries. We're
That's interesting.
broadcasting into 175 different countries. Now, here's the thing.
Mm.
I've had this platform for well over 20 years.
20.
Yeah.
There was internet at that time? Yeah, there was. That's the
Yeah.
beginning of the internet. Or maybe you're
Yeah.
talking about the radios, maybe something like that.
Now, I'm talking about the broadcasting. This is before podcasting even come about.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
How were you broadcasting?
There
How were
were
you
no
broadcasting?
cameras.
You were broadcasting on radio.
Yeah. I had my own studio. I've always had my own studios.
Oh, okay.
So I was broadcasting, but there was no camera. There was no
What
camera.
a change.
Yeah. A complete change. But I never knew, and it dawned on me after I started broadcasting with you. I was like, wow. I started thinking about that lady, right?
Hmm.
And I was like, wow, this is it. This is literally it. This is the time for this. But I think, me personally, I believe that the camera had to be in place for them to see me in this condition
Hmm.
so that it could reach whoever needed to reach. Because I was hell bent on not doing this on camera.
I hope you're not going to stay there for that way for the rest of your life.
No, I don't
It's
think
not
so.
in like it's not just the mission
No,
that's
no, no.
important.
It's for this purpose that yeah, like this. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm walking now. I'm going to the gym. As you know, I'm working out
I know,
5 days a week.
but you want to gain a better possibilities to be like you were before, wouldn't it?
Nah, here's the thing though. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you brought that up. I placed myself on a commitment for 7 years.
Okay.
Consistently at 7 years. I'm 5 years in. We got 2 more years.
What is going to happen since you have a deja vu? You know or you don't know?
I know everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, that's
Everything's gonna
beautiful.
be okay. So when I place myself on a 7-year plan,
Mm.
do you know the significance of the number 7? Do you know the meaning of the number 7?
The meaning as it is the day that God stopped working.
It's completion.
Sorry?
Completion.
So you complete something. Okay.
The number 7. We got 2 more years.
Okay.
My
So
job will be done. Go ahead.
yeah. So this experience, it really went very far from what I was expecting with the questions that I have.
Yeah, I know because
Your experience is quite different, unique, unique because what I've had is you go in there and you see like you're seeing almost everyone who has left your beloved ones, and kind of you're told what to do, of course. But one question I have for you is,
go ahead.
what are your gifts? What is your gift apart from talking? Because what I hear, it's like most people who have had NDE, they have special gifts. Some become healers.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Some become healers. Mostly, I think, mostly become healers. Others, they're really they open channels talking about the NDEs and kind of bringing forward what is there, what is awaiting for us, why we were here, and what we are supposed to be doing, kind of. And so, yeah, I think from what I'm hearing,
my gift.
Yeah.
Let me. You asked me a question. I want to answer
Sorry.
that. My gift. What I
Sorry.
come to learn now, my gift has always been here. I just had to harness it. I just had to nurture it.
Yeah.
My gift has always been, I could always see what's to come. Always.
Like,
even as a
that is
child,
no way.
I just knew it. Even as a child, I started writing at 4. I'm talking about like writing. I'm not talking about scribble. I'm talking about writing.
Okay.
4 or 5 years old, I'm writing. And that energy has always been there. Like, I always felt like something was there. Someone was with me. Always. So I've always had that gift of knowing what's to come. Always. But here's the thing. From the first experience, that near-death experience, something happened to me afterward. Quotes and passages started coming to me in my sleep.
Oh.
So all the writing that you see from me, all that stuff was given to me. Either I'm in a sleep, or if I'm sitting at home having a cup of tea, or whatever I'm doing, it would always come to me. And it's still, to this day, it still comes to me.
So would you say you're not a reader?
No, I'm not.
I'm saying that because, like, we read, we get inspired, and then we start giving those. They come through your, like, they are channeled through you. It's a message.
It's channeled through me. Sometimes I could hear it. Sometimes
Really?
it's whispered. Yeah.
And who do you have an idea who is talking to you?
I don't know who it is. But it's been happening so long now, because the first near-death experience happened back in 2011, right after my father passed. So a year later, I'm on a book sign, and then that's when it happened. But it's always speaking to me. Like, I could literally hear it. Sometimes it wakes me up. Sometimes I could be just doing something throughout the house or working on something, and it's always been there.
Like, you hear from internal hearing, or you can hear like the way you're hearing me now?
My experience, I could hear it like I'm hearing you.
Wow.
Sometimes it wakes me up, and it's always soft, but straight to the point.
Do you ask questions?
No questions at all.
You don't ask questions yourself?
No, why would I question? I mean,
no. It's not questioning, but you don't have questions that you would like to know the answers. Like, you wouldn't tell me I know everything. Like,
no.
would you? like, because I see people who they talk a lot about the guardians.
The
Our
only
guide.
time that I questioned that energy was when I asked him the first time, what about my kids? What about my mother? What about my family? This is not what we discussed. That's the only time I questioned. But after I was shown what I was shown, I'm not asking questions. I'm just doing it. I'm not going to ask questions. And you have to experience it to understand what I'm saying when I say, there's no way I'm going to be questioning something so powerful. I felt the energy had my best interest at heart. I felt safe with the energy. And after each encounter, I feel these gifts, and these gifts are harnessed now. I'm harnessing these gifts now.
Okay.
I didn't give myself these gifts.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna do.
No, it's not questioning like why you're doing it. It's
I get,
just like getting
like,
curious about your life and
but I mean, I never thought to do that. Honestly, I never thought to do that.
Can you ask a question for me?
Sure, go ahead.
No, I'm saying because you've never asked questions. Now, can you ask questions for people?
Go ahead. You're funny. Yeah, I can answer your questions. That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. And well, what can I say? So you talk directly to the power. So
Yeah, directly.
how would you describe that power? Because
amazing.
When I hear people, they talk about guides and angels, and they name them, Mike angels. I don't know who. They have names. When people come here back, they have names. You have energy. How are you defining?
Let me say this. I'll say this. That energy was something that felt familiar to me. That energy, it felt familiar to me. I wasn't so sure, but I was comfortable with it. It's almost like I knew him already. Like I knew it already. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't fearful. Nothing. I wasn't, reluctant to engage. It's almost like the energy was waiting for me. Like I knew it already. Something in me was comfortable enough to follow the instructions that was given and just go about my, life at that point. And still to this day, that energy is still here. Not like from before, like that strong presence. It's real subtle now. Like when the energy speaks, the quotes that I write, it's it's just that quote and it's gone. That passage and it's gone.
Okay.
But it's still here with me. Still here with me. That makes, and in my opinion, that makes me slightly special. in my opinion. Yeah,
you are.
But you asked me earlier about gifts and changes. Something in me, it was almost like a light was turned on. I do things that I should not be doing in this condition.
Okay.
Physically and mentally. I'm doing things that I shouldn't be doing. I cannot explain that.
And can you name the things you do?
I'll do it in private. I won't do it.
Okay.
Broadcast.
You totally respect that.
Yeah. But
wow.
I'm doing things that I should not be doing, Catherine. I'm doing things I should not be doing. As you know, I live alone. I have an assistant that comes.
Yeah.
But I live alone. And that shouldn't be possible. I'm very comfortable.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I'm very comfortable very comfortable. And what whatever the energy was, and I'm not, I don't want anyone who believes in whatever they believe in, that's what they believe in. But for me,
Mm.
that was something way larger than life that I experienced. And I should not be doing the things that I'm doing. But here I am.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's like I know a song that says it's not by myself. It's not
I'm
by
I'm not,
my.
I never feel like I'm alone. I never feel I'm alone. And I'm glad you bring that up, because as you're talking, a lot of this stuff is coming back to me.
Mm.
Um, Before I got home, when I left the rehabilitation center, I was with an ex whose house I fell ill. That's where I passed out. I went unconscious at her home, because we're still friends, and we used to take Sunday drives and just hang out as friends, totally platonic. That's how I ended up at her house that night. It was on a Sunday that we normally take this drive up the coast, but she took care of me from that point, feed me, bathe me, and everything. It was almost like she was preparing me for this. It wasn't a coincidence that I was at her home when I passed out. Just think about this. If I was home, passed out,
Yeah,
I would have been gone.
a
I
long
never
time.
would have came back. But
Maybe you would have gone back. The light the with more damage. Maybe you
yeah,
wouldn't have gone, but you would have
yeah.
come back with more
And
damage.
here's the thing, well, with her, when I fell, when I went unconscious at her house, she's a nurse. Think of it. You think about all these scenarios here.
Mhm,
I'm
yeah.
not home. I'm not home alone.
Hmm.
I'm away from my home. I just happen to be with the nurse
Hmm.
who knows exactly what to do when she found
Indeed.
me on the floor. Because my
Yeah.
neurologist told me if she wouldn't have acted in such a quick way of fast response, I
Mm.
wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. So this woman took care of me, cleaned me, fed me, bathed me, and everything. She was preparing me for this. The regimens that she put me on with everything, I still do it till this day, 5 years later. Everything that she put in place for me, I still do. I still do it. But she was preparing me for this moment, which tells me the energy put her in place to preserve me, to get
Yeah.
going and get started
Yeah.
with the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen your mom after?
I've seen her several times here.
Okay.
I've seen her
She
several
talks to
times.
you.
No, she's always just going about her business. Most of the time, she's going into the kitchen, and she never speaks to me though. But it's always peace. It's always peace. I have
And how
so
do you
much
feel about
solace
it?
in this place. Huh?
How do you feel about it? Like she's there, she's not talking. Like,
I'm very comfortable with it. It's almost like she never left. I'm very comfortable with it. Very comfortable. My brother asked me one time, because he's so scary. He's like, I can't believe you sleeping in there like that, alone like that. I'm like, why? Well, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm fine.
mm.
Like he's thinking, he's afraid of dead people. I'm like, that's an
For him,
ancestor.
he's in another level. For him, it's like the ghost.
Yeah, but that to me, that's an ancestor. So ancestors protect, as you know. So no, I'm not afraid at all. What? Why would I be afraid of something that loved me and I know loved me unconditionally? Why would I be afraid?
The funniest, if I would say so, it's she's only coming to you.
Hey, I didn't want to say it, so let me tell my siblings right now. I didn't want to say it. Catherine said it. I didn't say it. Catherine said it. So
She's just
yeah,
coming
I
to
mean,
you.
but that honestly, that's the truth. She only comes to me.
But I met
And
an NDE.
but you know the relationship my mother and I had. So
That's why I'm saying, because when you said your mom came to pick you up from when you were in the hospital, it just sent me back you taking care of her
yeah.
when she was sick.
I was trying not to bring that up, but because I get
Sorry,
emotional. But
I am
no,
sorry.
no,
I'm
we're
sorry.
good. Go ahead. No, we're here. This is good. This
Yeah,
is your
yeah, yeah,
podcast. So
yeah.
let's talk about it.
Yeah, I remember you saying your mom was very, very ill and you were taking care of her. And I felt that connection when you were almost passing out. She's the
Yeah.
one who came to you to hold you and nurture you, if we can say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spiritually, if we can say that,
Yeah.
because
I truly believe, and this is my personal belief, that I was given a second chance for what I did for my mother. I took care of my mother for 25 years.
wow, it was
Uh,
that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, wow.
I believe that my life was spared because I truly took care of one of God's angels. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
There's no other way to even think about this. Like everything that I'm blessed with now came after I did what I did for my mother. So it's like the universe is
Rewarding
repaying
you back.
what I
Yeah,
rewarding
yeah,
me for what I've done,
yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And here's the thing with that. I initially started taking care of my mother when she was burned 52% of her body she was in an explosion. 52% of her body was burned. I nurtured her back to help. And then the second time was the cancer, which she beat at that time. She beat that cancer as well. And she was fine after that. Then years later, she passed away.
It's a lot to go through.
Yeah. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. But it's been a journey that I've learned so much from. It's been a journey that I still carry with me and I bring with me every day. I don't look at the journey as pain, like, wow, this is such a huge mountain to climb. I looked at it as it's my lesson on life. This is it. So I don't look at it as a stumbling block, so to speak. I don't look at it as, something hard to get over.
Mm, 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 mm.
And I guess that's part of the gift because I don't see it as people who are watching me. I don't see it as a tragedy. I don't see it as, a mishap in life. I don't see it that way. This didn't happen to me. It happened for me.
I get you. I get you. I get you. Is it okay? Does what I'm saying, how I'm going to formulate this is by seeing your mom going
Mhm.
through such struggles, it maybe made you see like what you're going through, it's not as much.
Honestly, honestly, that's where I pulled my strength from, watching her. I would think back to what I witnessed personally with her. Now
Mm.
remember, this lady was burned 52% of her body, top to bottom.
52.
52%. 52%. That's more than half.
Yeah, that's more than half of your body span.
And the strength this lady had was phenomenal. So I was pulling from those experiences that I was with when I was with her. I was pulling from that. I'm like, okay, with my journey, that's how I started to, do certain things. I was pulling from those experiences that I witnessed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my belief is all these journeys throughout my life is connected. I went through that to get to this. I witnessed that to get through this.
Yeah. Get there is a meaning in everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's,
like
it's
most
definitely
people say, there is no coincidence.
not at all. No coincidence at all. Because everything aligns, like for
Mm.
me, for my
Mm.
life, everything has connected.
Wow.
And the actual the best gift of all
Mm.
that I received from these experiences was elevation.
Explain.
I am on a different realm in life. And I don't say that in a braggadocious type way,
Mm.
but I'm on a different realm in life. Totally different realm. Totally different
You're in
realm.
the fifth dimension, as they say.
There you go. You get it. So, and I know that I'm in a different realm. I know that um, I'm beyond the physical aspect of life at this point.
Mm.
I'm well beyond that.
Now,
Well beyond.
for those who have done some work, they can understand that.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. And
No, no,
again,
I
like,
said for those who have done some work. I don't think everyone would understand what you say.
right.
Yeah, like,
Uh, yeah. At some point, they'll get it, but I'm well past the physical aspect of life. Well past it. I don't look at now. I do not look at anything in the physical. I'm in the physical, but I don't view it that way.
mm, mm,
I
mm.
have a completely different view on life. And
But you still see life beautiful.
life is good. Life is beautiful. But what I
Because
see,
if you see a flower, you see a flower, right?
yeah,
You're not
life
in
is
not seeing through the flower.
right. Life is
Just
beautiful,
joking.
but from my experience and this, me encountering the energy,
Mm.
that's so far better than where we are now. When I
No
tell you it's
regrets.
phenomenal, no regrets. Be honest with you, I feel bad now and regretting that I decided to come back
That's what I'm saying.
the
That's what
first
I'm
time.
asking. You do have regrets of not just
Yeah, not
crossing the other
staying.
side.
I should
Yeah.
have stayed. I really should have.
Especially
But
the second time now, but you still have
exactly.
because your
But
guards are big, I guess.
exactly. But now I have a clear understanding of my purpose. Everyone has a purpose in life. We just have to find out what that is. We were brought here for a reason. We were brought here
And what
for
do you think? What do you think we need to have purpose to do something here? I've
my
heard
person.
this. I have heard this, and I know it's something that is always said. You have to find your purpose why you came here, and I do say that. But my question, I get to question myself: why do I have to have a purpose?
Why question the purpose? So, but my whole point is, I
Yeah.
believe like my purpose
Hmm.
is to inspire people. My purpose is to motivate people, and my purpose is to show people that hey, there's more life beyond this life. There's more life beyond this life. It doesn't stop, even in a situation like this.
Mhm.
Paralyzed is paralyzed, but life doesn't stop. It's a continuation.
And that's where I wanted us to talk more about it, because that's what I hear all the time. That is those who go and say life is different, but what they say. I had people, someone talking about, he could. There is one man I know, but I know he teaches people as well, and he's a young man who started doing. He do out of the body experience. Like he can control his body to a death level. He's not dying. He's going to go out of his life. He can leave his body and travel. And he has showcased things the way that he calls this as a structure. We are in a structure construct. And so he goes out and he can see people and his friends and all that, because he's in another world. And people who have gone through near-death experience, they explain the same thing. Going out, the other day, it's even gets somehow confusing. Because you say they have houses, that like
I
they have houses.
totally get what you're saying. Like throughout my process, I feel like I go to another place when it's something that I need to do. For example, we'll break this down so the audience can understand. Like, let's say, for instance, the cold dip, when I'm dipping into, 42, 43, 45 degrees,
Yeah.
Freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
I go to a different place to do that. If you understand what I'm saying. Like I completely go to a place to do that. Like when I'm dipping, I'm not at the gym.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Exactly. I go completely.
Sorry, I get what you're saying, but that's a little. Sorry, that is a bit different. It's just like
No, I get
not
what
just
you're saying.
yeah, like you want to. I know, like for healing, I do that. You focus your brain into somewhere, you go somewhere else. So you're not in the present moment, but you're living somewhere or something. But what people say, what is different with what people say who have the near-death experience is going literally to those who have passed, who are on the other side, and they have conversations with them. And like,
it's not my experience.
There's some people who say it's like life is just like the same it is here. It's only that people are on the other side, they are much happier. There is no judgment and all that kind of stuff. And even some people were saying, those people, they're just doing what they were doing, and they go fishing. I was like, man.
Yeah, that's not my experience. My experience is completely different.
Yeah.
My experience was completely spiritual.
Spiritual.
It was on a different realm. Totally different realm. So no. I mean, I seen the only loved ones that I saw was my mother and my brother. That was it. And it was a peaceful setting, very peaceful, but my experience was, it was almost like, well, not almost. I went there to get instructions on what to do here. Because that's what happened. I was given instructions. So the second time I was not meant to stay. I still had work to do here.
Yeah.
So maybe
it's interesting. It's interesting because I have this question, like, apart from those who are doing out of body experience, because this is something that you wish to do and you can do it. But most of near-death experiences, they're always coming catastrophic. It's like almost you're dying, you're suffering. There is something that is happening to the body for the spirit to access on the other side.
Though. I don't like the first time I expired on a table, but I didn't know it. When my lungs collapsed, I expired on a table, but I didn't know it. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah, but people who have gone through this, most of them, it's through something physically, like they're suffering. They find themselves in the hospitals, they find themselves in ambulances.
I was in the hospital.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always happening. That body is experiencing something that is painful, grave.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that like not grave like in the I'm talking that in French terms, but there is something that is happening to the body. The body is suffering for someone to assess,
Right.
sorry, to have access to that spiritual opening. That's
I get
what
it. Yeah, I
I
get
don't
it.
understand why it happened.
I can't explain it.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean,
No.
like when I hear people talk about near death experiences and whatnot, the only thing that was familiar with my situation,
Mm.
I saw the light the first time. I didn't see the light the second time because the energy
Okay.
came directly to me.
Mhm.
And remember what I said. The energy came directly to me twice. So I saw the first time I saw the light, but I didn't go into the light. I stayed with the energy. And the energy was not in the light. So the second time I didn't see the light. Second time the energy came with instructions
Okay.
on what to do next.
So everyone is different, and it's good to have
It's
your
totally
version.
different.
It's really good to
Yeah.
have this version because it's always like there are a lot of questions. Not a lot, but I have these questions because we have guides. Some people have access to their guides, and they are telling them. It's like you go there and you get some power to come here.
It was definitely something different that after those experiences, I do feel every time I've had it, there's 2 times I've had it, something changed within me. Something changed within me, and it's always something great. Like I don't
Wow.
resist it. I don't resist it at all. But
Yeah.
anytime that I'm given instructions, I just go about. It could be something as simple as if I'm dealing with a situation,
Yeah.
when the mind settles,
Mhm.
the energy comes and I see the outcome. And it happens exactly how I was shown. It never fails. Never
You're
fails.
blessed. You're blessed. You have a beautiful gift.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just, the only thing, my only responsibility is to harness it. Whatever comes to me, I harness it. I harness it and I just keep it there. And honestly, this is the first time I've spoken of those gifts.
This is the first time. It's not the last time.
No. And every single time, no matter the situation,
Mm.
I see the outcome and it happens exactly how I was shown.
Have you
Every
ever seen
single
a
time.
bad outcome? A
Yep.
negative outcome, I would say.
Not one time. Not
Now, what
one
do you
time.
mean by the outcomes? I mean, you're talking about the
The outcome
daily.
was always in my favor, whatever the situation was. It always worked in my favor. Every single situation, no matter big or
Can we
small.
exchange life for some time?
Hey, I can't be giving up all my favors. No. Nah, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's a beautiful thing, man,
Mm.
when we go far beyond the, physical aspect of life. It's a very
Yeah.
beautiful thing. You just have to embrace it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you were
Mhm.
saying earlier, do you question it? I'm like, nah, I don't question it. Whatever I'm given, that's whatever I'm instructed to do, that's what I do. Whether it be writing a passage or writing a quote, that's what I do. Every single word that's given to me, I just write it down. I've been given so much over the years to where I've written all these books. I'm not a trained writer.
Mm.
I've
Mm.
never been, trained to be an author. This is something that's natural for me.
Okay. We'll have pleasure to have your readings. I read one of your book, but I am
Oh
sure
yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
right. You
read
did.
some.
You did. Yeah, you
I'm
did.
going to read. Looking forward to look for another one. And do you think you're going to compile like whatever you have written so far into?
It's on my desk. It's on my desk. But the reason why I haven't published that book in particular,
Mm.
because it still happens to me. I still get
The
these
instructions?
passages in these quotes. They still coming to me. So when do I stop to publish them? When do I?
Mm. Yeah,
I've compiled.
you can have Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3 to, I mean, the first year, the second year to year
Yeah,
7.
the first time I did, I have a volume 1 that I
Mm.
published, but you know, they still come to me. So the
Yeah.
book is still sitting on my desk. I just haven't published anything with it yet, because
Mm.
I think the real stuff that has to be shown is still being written. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. That's awesome. It was a beautiful encounter.
yeah. It was different from my normal nutrition edition here, but
Yeah.
you wanted to talk about it. I was willing to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that not all death experiences, they seem to
Yeah.
come out to be the
I
same.
would love
So,
to hear some of your questions that you had. Or were you finished with your
okay.
question?
Okay. One, can everyone or anyone experience it? Which is, what would you say? Can everyone experience that experience? Near death experience?
I say yes, because I'm no different from anybody else or
Okay.
anyone else. I'm not any different. So I think we all have that ability to channel something far bigger than us. And I think we have that ability, but sometimes it happens to you. Sometimes you already have the gift within you to channel
Okay.
that. But I don't think I channeled anything. I think it came to me,
I get it.
or it brought me to it. So I didn't channel anything.
This one, I don't think you. Okay, I'll ask you. What is the prep learned life before birth?
I'm sorry, repeat
Prep
that.
learned, like people who come here or people who are in spiritual realm, those who know what it means, they say that whatever I'm living and I have lived in my life was planned before. With some people, some souls, in a soul level, we planned that I would come here with my parents, brothers and sisters, and whatever is on my road, that we have planned this life.
I
And
don't.
it's very, just a second, it's very hard for me to understand and to even want to say that I can buy that, because I don't see
I don't
why
buy
I
that.
should plan to come to this world and suffer let me say, the
Yeah,
heck that I have suffered. I don't think,
I
and
don't. Yeah,
I don't see the need why I should plan that.
and I agree with you. I don't believe that either. I don't believe that I plan to be paralyzed. I plan to become
Exactly.
blind, and one eye.
Yeah. Like
I don't believe
there,
that. No.
there was a lady who I was thinking, I was listening to a podcast, and there is this person who he has never done a near death experience, but he has learned them. He has like put that as a research. And there is this
Honestly,
lady. Yeah.
not to cut you off,
Yeah.
I don't believe that that's something that can be learned, so to speak. I think you have to experience it. You have to experience
Yeah.
that, and that's not something that like I couldn't just learn this. I didn't give myself these gifts, so that's something that you have to experience. There
Okay.
is something.
Sorry. What the podcast is about, or the person who has done that, is collecting the information that people comes with. Like,
Oh,
I
I
am
got you.
intervening, and
I get it.
you compile that, and you see what is what are
So,
coming in. So the
right,
lady
so
was
that
saying,
person thinks they have understanding of afterlife.
no. It's just like because now it's like the people who go with the data. Like, okay, we had one
Right.
person and we thought maybe that was crazy. We had three people and we say those who are crazy people. But now when they are coming to be thousands of people who are coming back and say, hey, I had a near-death experience,
Yeah.
We need to shine light on them. It's like, is there anything that, is it something true? And if it's so, now the question is, where do these people go?
Right. I'll say this. I'll say this. Since I experienced it,
Mm.
there's something far beyond this place. I'll tell you that. And dead is not dead. And I'll say
Yeah,
that again. I'll
yeah.
say that again. I'll stand on that.
Mm.
Dead is not dead. It isn't.
Yeah, there
And
is that message that is,
why I can say that?
yeah.
I experienced that. I experienced it not once, but
Mm.
twice.
Yeah.
Dead is not dead. Call it, whoever is listening to this, wherever you're at in the world.
Mm.
But that's not my experience. Dead is not dead.
Yeah, it comes back like we don't die.
Yeah,
Which
you don't.
if you go to physical things, right? Physically,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
physical,
this shell
the
is a shell.
yeah.
But when I was interacting with the energy,
Mhm.
it was I didn't even see my physical body. I didn't see my legs. None of that. I just had a conversation with an energy.
But who are you when you're talking? Which form were you?
I wasn't in this form.
You
I
weren't
wasn't.
there.
I didn't even see anything. I didn't see my arms or anything.
Mm.
It was just two people speaking. It wasn't that I didn't see anything formed, or I didn't see a desk. I didn't see the first time, something that appeared to be a boardwalk. I was walking along
Mhm.
with the energy, but I didn't see my legs moving.
I get it. I get it. And
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, and I was saying, well, physics. We know that we are energy, and energy,
Yeah,
you can't destroy
that's what
energy.
that's
And
what it
so,
was for me. Yeah,
yeah, so the energy is like to say that we don't die because we as energy, we can't die.
we are the
So,
energy.
yeah.
Yeah, we definitely are. And I'll say this again, man. It's like for people who've had this experience,
Mhm.
harness it and
Yeah.
talk about it as much as you can, and hopefully that'll prepare people who actually go through
In difficult times.
difficult times and whatnot. Because I'm telling you, man, when each time it happened to me, I wasn't afraid. I wasn't, reluctant to interact with that energy. Everything was peaceful. Everything was as it should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
again,
awesome.
dead is, in my opinion, dead is not dead. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. The body, yeah, of course, the body, because it's just a shell. This is just a vessel here. That's it. That's all it is. On biblical term, this is a vase. That's it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's it.
I believe that without even having gone that much because
Yeah.
I mean, life's worthy something else. Just coming here and suffering all this kind of stuff. What's the benefits of suffering?
Exactly. I get it. I
Yeah,
get it. And like I said in the opening, this didn't happen to me. This happened for me
for you. Yeah, yeah.
because I got fruit on the other side of this. Like I harvest fruit. I harvest
Mm-hmm.
fruit after that.
Mm-hmm.
So how do one explain that? How do anyone explain that? Like the blessings came after that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah. Thank you. I have done with my. I wouldn't have asked all the questions, but that's okay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. Thank you
I was
for
glad.
opening up. Thank you for
I
opening up.
was. I was a very. It was my pleasure to share with you my experiences. So, and
Thank you.
again, I think everything happens for a reason. We're
Mm.
having this podcast on near death experience.
Yeah.
All this stuff is connecting. So
Sure.
it's
Sure. Sure.
connecting. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Feel free to speak more because maybe you have messages for people who are not also listening.
Right.
Your Instagram and you know,
Right.
yeah.
I
I
get
mean,
it.
I think it's like people not having the reason why they should follow you now. I think people would like, oh, maybe someone somewhere has a message for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I just,
yeah.
I just go about the day and do the work. You know,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
if I've
and,
touched,
and ma-
if I've touched one person, I've touched a million. So
yeah, that's the millions. And
yeah.
this is homework for you. Try to ask if you can ask questions for other people.
You meaning me? Ask questions to folks?
Yeah, no, you're asking the question from the energy for other people because you don't ask your own questions. Like
I really don't
if
ask questions. I just take the
if other
instruction.
people gave you the questions, would you dare asking? Okay, I got a question from. What do you think about it? I'm just
That's fine.
that.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know, I know,
I
I
get it.
know.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. This is a good. This is quite refreshing. I really appreciate your questions and this topic. So, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you for opening up. And yeah, it's helps me understand a little, not everything, but it makes me understand. And
you.
also to distinguish between,
Yeah, and honestly, I believe that it's not to understand until you experience it.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I never, I've heard that before this happened to me. I
Mm.
heard people talk about it and whatnot. So I was, it was kind of intriguing and interesting and what have you. But until you experience it,
Ah, so you knew near death experience before you had yours.
yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I've heard
Okay.
about it, but I never really paid it no mind. But I never dismissed it. I never, oh, they're
Mm.
crazy. I never said that. I said, and I listened. It's like, wow,
Mm.
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But never knowing that I would experience that, I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But I would say to people, like, what I mean, when it happens, it's gonna happen. What's so funny?
That makes me reminds me when you say you didn't ask question it, and long time ago, I would say maybe 10 years ago, I remember hearing a woman, at least like that, passing through the internet. I think it's YouTube, the
Uh-huh.
beginnings, and she was saying, "I went, I saw Jesus, and this is what she told me." And I left a comment. No, just a second. I left a comment asking her, "If you saw Jesus, where did you come back?"
Exactly. Here's the thing. Listen to this.
Wow.
I told someone, I said, hey, listen, I said, when I expired,
Mhm,
I didn't see a preacher
mhm,
speaking on my behalf. I didn't see a priest or whoever or whatever speaking on my behalf. It was just me and the energy.
mhm,
I didn't see nobody holding the Bible or anything like that. I didn't see a choir singing and going up to the upper room or anything. I didn't see any of that stuff.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
just me and the energy.
Mm,
There was no pastor, no preacher, no priest speaking on my behalf. And ever since a child, I've always had a relationship with this energy. Now that I know that I'm this age and I've become aware, it's like, wow, that energy was always there, always.
interesting.
So
Interesting.
that there was no white Jesus or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
That,
man,
that was
what?
that, that
Why
was
would you
nothing
talk?
there.
Why would you talk to
Yeah,
Jesus and then decide to come back? I
exactly.
didn't
Not that.
know,
That
but
was
then I didn't know that these things existed, like near-death experience. That
right.
was a unique case to me when someone is saying, "I died, I went up and came back," and like those things. Yeah, Jesus was born and came back 3 days after. So it's that
Nah,
thing of yeah, yeah.
not like that.
And now these things are so common, and here we are, we're
Yeah,
making a podcast out of
exactly.
it.
Yeah. It wasn't anything like that, folks. Wasn't anything
Yeah.
like that. So So
Okay,
this
thank
is a
you.
good one, man. Let's go ahead and close out here. As
Yeah,
always,
thank you.
folks, you can catch Catherine and I each and every Thursday at the 7 o'clock hour in the AM in the States, and at the 14 hour, sometimes 15 hour
No, 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 no. It's
European
midday.
time.
It's 12 in
It's 12
France.
at the 12 o'clock hour,
Yeah,
um,
it's midday. Midday.
and midday over in
Yeah.
Europe. So in the States, it's the 7 o'clock hour. It's 12.
In Paris, I would say, because not everyone in Europe is in this hour. So we go
There
to
you go.
Britain, they are 1 hour behind, and yeah, but we are midday in France.
You just actually proved my point there. We're speaking to how many people? You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
we have to keep up with the time frames and all that stuff. And I have to remember when I'm podcasting, because I do several podcasts. I have to
Mhm,
remember that
mhm,
I'm speaking to a wide audience. I'm just not
mhm.
speaking to
The
New Orleans. I'm
United
just not
States.
speaking to, California, Georgia, or Texas or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
We're,
yeah.
we're literally speaking to the globe.
Yeah,
You
to
know
the
what I'm
globe.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Right here, I know there are some
yeah,
people who are, oh, it's 2 p.m. Going to 2 p.m. There are people who is 4 p.m. in their place.
exactly,
Yeah, there are people
exactly,
who are even sleeping. If we go to Australia, they are sleeping.
exactly. Just
Japan
like
and all that. Yeah.
the energy said, what happened is
Hmm.
exactly what's happened, and none of this stuff was planned. Like Catherine and I never planned this stuff. And I've been knowing
No,
Catherine
no,
for
no,
I don't
no,
know how
no.
many years, but
Yeah.
we never planned this.
No,
We
and
didn't
we never
plan.
even like, you just asked me, I do podcasts. Would you
Yeah,
like to do nutrition? I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for this. Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
exactly. And I've been
Yeah.
knowing Catherine,
Yeah.
but this wasn't planned.
We never exchanged my desires of having a podcast or talking about
Never.
it. And I didn't know that you're doing podcasts, but I just knew you were doing, okay, we knew each other. Then you had the accident and you went off
Right.
the social media. And then
Right.
you came back, was like, hey, it's been years and all that kind of. But I knew, because when you came back now, I could see your photos and I would keep on congratulating you and say, keep up, keep up,
Right.
keep up, without us having to talk.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. No,
So
it's not me. It's not
yeah.
me. It's not me. I'm just following instructions, man. So I don't know why I even asked you to do a nutrition podcast. It just came up.
Okay.
But everything coincides with this medical fitness. And I started listening to your advice on nutrition.
Mm,
Go figure.
I thank you.
I didn't know that. I didn't plan to broadcast to France live. I didn't plan to do that stuff. But here I am. So it's just
We
part of
thank
the
you.
process.
I thank the energy for that.
Don't thank me. I'm
No,
just
I'm thanking the energy for that.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So what are you
Okay.
talking about next week, Catherine?
Not yet, not yet. But I think we'll talk about me for some time, for about me, because I think I've been bringing this and people don't know my background.
That's a good idea. Let's talk about you. Take
Yeah.
the spotlight off of me and let me just turn these knobs. Like I'm supposed to do with you. I'm just over here working the studio. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about you and your experience. Let's talk about your
My
experiences.
why.
Let's talk about your why. I'd
Yeah.
love to, and I always love to hear stories of your childhood in Africa and all that stuff that was going on, the natural stuff and
Mm.
how, your eating habits and all that stuff. And how do you get to this point of nutrition and what have you?
I would go to, maybe that one would be something different because I'm talking about my story, why I do what I'm doing. And
That's what I'm talking about.
that's something quite different from Africa and their way of eating.
Exactly, exactly. I
Yeah,
get it. I
yeah,
get it. So
yeah.
we'll title that one Catherine's story.
My story, yeah.
Yeah. Catherine and Sterling. That's good stuff. I'm excited already. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. As always, folks, you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Taylor Kennedy TV, and that's my my digital assistant reminding me to do certain things.
Okay. So thank you. Have a nice time, and talk to you on Thursday. Thank you, Trent, and thank you the energy for me.
I'm sure the energy hears you. So good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So make sure you guys tune in next Thursday. Go and check a podcast out I did on Monday. This past Monday with Slash on. It's called Conversation in Prime Time. We talked about lust compared to love. The podcast is entitled Helplessly and Lust. So we speak about the difference between lust and love on Conversation with Prime Time. And as always, you can catch me on Sundays on Conversation with Trent and Friends. And of course, right here, each and every Thursday, broadcasting to France with the beautiful, nutritious coach, Catherine Getu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Every Thursday. So good stuff, real good stuff. You want to close us out?
Thank you so much. Thank you for this space. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone who is hearing this or someone who is watching. Thank you for being here, and many blessings to you.
Good stuff. I'm grateful for your friendship, and I'm grateful for your knowledge on nutrition. It helps me a ton.
Thank you.
All right. Until next week, you guys be epic. Talk soon.
Yeah.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedy Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.